Hey again, let me tell you about one of my favorite games this year, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. If you've played Jet Set Radio, you've probably had that fat nostalgia hit when you saw the trailers for the game. If you haven't played Jet Set Radio before, all you gotta know is funky fresh beats, skating, tagging walls, fuck the government, and styling the oppressors. The art style, the environments, the music, the characters, everything in Bomb Rush is an absolutely well-crafted love letter to the fans of the Jet Set Radio franchise. Even so much as to getting Hideki Naganuma back on the track, although he was present in Team Reptile's previous titles, Lethal League and Lethal League Blaze, which are also some fantastic games with good content, great music, and are really fun overall. Bomb Rush is so full of life and style, it's hard not to feel good when playing it. Short or long sessions, every minute I've played was spent enjoying the game for what it is, even just simply bopping in place to the music. I love the characters and their designs, I love the soundtrack, the secrets, the story was nice, and the combat wasn't that bad either, especially compared to Jet Set Radio. So for the story, it was simple enough and easy to follow, but it also kinda had me hooked. Basically, the Bomb Rush crew is a crew of skaters and riders trying to cement themselves into New Amsterdam by hitting All City, which is basically becoming the king religion status after hitting up and claiming all 6 boroughs while uncovering the truth of who Red really is, all while discovering the government's hidden motive behind it all. And there's a few secrets as well, including some that allude to Old Amsterdam, which is really cool because it really makes you feel like they'll hopefully cover in a DLC or sequel. It definitely feels like a Jet Set Radio type story. And I hate to compare games, but the inspirations are very clear. I could bring up titles like Hover, which Naganuma also did music for, Butterflies, or the handful of other titles being made right now by indie devs, but they all lead to the same core inspiration, and what really matters is what they do with that ideology and how they pave their own path afterwards. And I not only think that Bomb Rush Cyberpunk understands the assignment, but it also improved upon it as well. Government ploys, things not being always as they seem, packaged with funky beats in a colorful world and an interesting cast of characters, all while having a story that's not convoluted and has its fair share of turns, and is interesting, is a great feat and makes the story very much worth going through alone. There's 7 main areas in the game, including the hideout. Each map has their own little mixtape that plays when you enter them, which I found pretty neat. And there's a bunch of hidden stuff in the maps as well, including character unlocks, outfits, gear skins, music, and graffiti. Each of the 6 boroughs have their own theme, as well as a crew that controls them. You'll find random members of either your crew or the occupying crew who will just be skating around or just hanging out. I personally think the maps are all pretty well crafted as well, and have their fair share of secrets to unveil, and I really like how they all look. And I think the crews that initially control these boroughs and the Bomb Rush crew personify the areas they control very well and fit right in. And the mixtape for each area just oozes the personality and flair of the level you're in. Everything is just so well put together. Even the voice actor for the founder of the Bomb Rush crew, Trice, is voiced by Yapiko, who also does art, and his art is featured multiple times in the game via the graffiti you find and unlock. It's just peak. The only issue I do sort of have is with the map Matin, and how big and a bit confusing it can be, but you get used to it eventually. One of the strongest parts of the game, which I guarantee will stick with me for a very long time, is the soundtrack. You've already heard me say the mixtapes match your respective areas so well, but have you heard this thing? It's such a jam, it's downright astonishing that the game wasn't nominated for Best Soundtrack or Sound Design for the Game Awards, let alone nomination for any game of the year, which is honestly bullshit. But, you know, whatever. These tracks are fantastic. I found myself looking for the individual artists and listening to their other works as well. Like I've been drowning in Too Mellow naturally. Leopard Da Vinci, Sky Blue, BX Stream, Girl, and I've been sipping on that Klaus Wien since hearing Ordinary Days in Lethal League, so I'm familiar with the game. The soundtrack is such a vibe, especially when skating both in the game and out the game. And I don't think I've gone more than 2 or 3 days without listening to the soundtrack. It's too good. I'm at work, Bomb Rush. I'm walking outside, Bomb Rush. I'm at home gaming, Bomb Rush. I'm editing this video right now, Bomb Rush. I simply love this game and its soundtrack, and I appreciate the game more for providing me the more music artists to listen to and more artists to follow, like Yapiko. It's a game that just keeps giving. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, they also credit the artists that do the graffiti in game, so you can easily find them as well, which is really cool. So with an interesting world, a variety of cool characters, banging tracks, and fantastic art, you're probably wondering how the gameplay holds up. Well, you ain't gotta worry. It plays really well and responsive. You have to choose between riding a bike, using roller skates, or a skateboard, and they all play pretty much the same. You have to time your tricks so you can efficiently chain them together, so spamming won't get you anywhere. The movement feels good, and there's a lot of spots that give you your extra traversal, either be horizontally or vertically. So you can keep that combo going for as long as you want. I think the speed you get from turning corners, riding billboards, and tricking is pretty decent as well. And your tricks and combos gain boosts, which you can use to your advantage, whether it be making big jumps, going faster, or even maintaining a combo in a dry spot. Or because you like the boosted grind trick pose like me. Oh yeah, and there's combat, which might be one of the parts of the game. It's not horrendous, it just takes a bit to get used to. But you know, once you do, you'll realize how kind of cut and dry it is. The combo's real simple for the normal police. You hit them once, jump, and then spray. As in, you do all in one combo. You hit, jump, spray, all in one go. Boom, instant knockout. Shields, boost right into them. And dispatching them quickly is kind of important since you do like 2 sprays and suddenly you have a wanted level again. Of course, you can get rid of your wanted level by hopping into a changing room, but you know, where's the fun of that? The game also has a pretty good modding community. You can find tons of mods either using R2 Modman or Game Banana, and you'll find plenty of mods ranging from new tricks, tags, and tracks, new characters, more movement, or even a multiplayer mod. The mods for this game are really cool. Like I got this MF Doom mod that changed the skin for Coil to MF Doom, and it even gives you a Metal Fingers mixtape to listen to in game, and it's pretty well done. And the multiplayer mod is called Slop Crew, and it allows you to play with everyone who has a mod installed, and you're even able to play with friends as well. Just remember to change your username in the mod settings, or else your name is just going to pop up as Big Slopper. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is one of the best games I've played this year. The tracks, the stylization, the characters, and the world, it's masterfully crafted. Team Reptile does not miss. It's just banger after banger with them. And it's been a relief talking about a game that I absolutely adore in a video in comparison to some of the games I've done, well, videos on for the past year. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is $40 and available on Steam, Switch, PS4 and 5, and the Xbox family of consoles. The game's just bursting with charm, and to me, it's absolutely worth the price point. And if you think otherwise, well, that's fine. We ain't gotta agree on everything. But you're definitely missing out. And with that, I'm out of here. So, like, favorite, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, and yeah, I'm gonna go do a thing. Bye-bye.
Man, go play the fucking game, nigga.